Good morning, Prairie Trace Hawks. I'm Easton in Mrs. Peasley's class.
And I'm Jack from Mrs. Katie's class, and welcome to this edition of WPTE.
What an amazing week we've had.
Yeah, it was awesome.
Hey, you want to hear a joke?
Sure, I love jokes.
What do you call someone without a body or a nose?
I don't know what.
Nobody knows. All that talk of food is making me hungry. What's for lunch today?
Today's hot lunch is chicken smackers and popcorn chicken salad with hummus plate and PB&J.
Sounds so good. Jack, anyone celebrating a birthday today at Prairie Trace?
Yes, today's birthday is Sadie Harris and Ari Koher.
Happy birthday! Go down to your office to claim your birthday treats.
Next up, we have Maya with the weather. What can we expect this weekend?
Good morning, Prairie Trace Hawks. This is Maya from Mrs. Leatherman's class, and I will be talking about this week's weather. On Friday, it is a high of 30 degrees and a low of 21. It will be mostly sunny with a 1% chance of rain. It will be really cold outside. On Saturday, it is a high of 43 and a low of 31. It will be partly cloudy with a 4% chance of rain. I will play outside with my friends today if it doesn't rain. On Sunday, it is high of 50 and a low of 42. It is also partly cloudy with a 14% chance of rain. It will be pretty warm, especially for December. That's all for weather. Now back to the studio with Easton and Jack.
Thanks, Maya. It looks like it will be a chilly weekend.
Next up, we have John with sports.
Hello, this is John from Mrs. Davis's class, and welcome to this edition of sports. Tonight in Indiana basketball, IU takes on Ohio at 7 o'clock, and Carmel Boys varsity takes on Lawrence Central. The Pacers take on the Chicago Bulls at 8 o'clock. On Sunday, the Pacers will play the Hornets. That's all for basketball. This week in football, the Indianapolis Colts have a bye week. Good luck to all our Indiana teams. That's all for this edition of sports. Now back to the studio.
Next up, we have Nicholas and Jamil with Did You Know?
Hello, Prairie Trace Hawks. This is Jamil from Mrs. Leatherman's class.
And Nicholas from Miss Hutchinson's class.
And this is Did You Know? Did you know that snakes can predict future earthquakes?
No, but, well, did you know that a cloud can weigh over 1 million tons?
No, I didn't, but did you know that astronauts grow taller in space?
No way, that's crazy, but I didn't. But did you know that your brain is constantly eating itself?
No, I didn't, but now I do.
And let's head back to the studio.
Do you like pets?
Of course I do.
Well, next up we have Lena with Pets on the Prairie.
Hey Prairie Trace Hawks, I'm Lena with Pets on the Prairie. Today we'll be interviewing Miss Piper and her dog Nellie.
Here's Nellie. Nellie, sit. Good girl.
What breed is your dog?
Oh my goodness, Lena. We just found out what she is. You ready?
Yeah.
We thought she was a black lab. So we
That's
did.
what I thought.
That's what you thought.
Yeah.
So we did the test and we swabbed her cheek and we sent it in.
Yeah.
She's 50% tree walking coonhound, 25% Siberian husky, and 25% golden retriever.
Husky and golden retriever.
So
I cannot believe that.
do you hear any black lab in that?
No.
No, none. Sit
No, I can't
No
believe,
black lab.
I can't believe she's husky and golden retriever.
I know.
Like,
And the tree walking coonhound. You ready?
I've never heard of a tree walking coonhound.
That she does howl a little bit, and that's the howling part. And she thinks she can chase squirrels up trees.
That's really cool. Okay, can Nellie do any cool or interesting tricks?
Well, Nellie, sit. High five. Oh, good
Oh.
job. Nellie, high 10. Oh, good job. Nellie, sit. Sit. Nellie, sit. Come on, tree. Come on. Good girl.
She's a really well-trained dog.
Well, I don't know about that, but that's nice of you.
Yeah.
Guess who trained Nellie's dog?
Who?
Mrs. Doss's dog trainer trained Nellie's dog. Or trained Nellie. Isn't that amazing?
That's really cool.
Isn't that a fun fact?
Hey.
Yeah.
Okay. Do you have any funny stories about her?
Well, I've shared some before that Nellie likes to run away, but we always find her. Nellie loves playing with other dogs. But funny stories, I don't have any especially funny stories except for the fact that she thinks she can climb trees. She will climb up our tree house, our kids' playhouse, and go down the slide. Our kids think that's fun. And really, we just have to make sure that she stays with us, or else she would run away and chase probably every squirrel she could.
Ducks are so funny.
They are so funny.
I'd really love to have one one day.
Well,
but
just make sure you check them out before you get them. You never know what you're going to get.
like, I'm sort of allergic to them.
Oh, yeah. Well, that can be a problem sometimes.
Okay. Oh, that's it with Pets on the Prairie. Now back to the studio with Easton and Jack B. We gotta show you some really cute pictures of Nellie first.
Enjoy. Nellie, say bye. Bye.
Who let the dogs out? Who let the dogs out? Who let the dogs out? Who let the dogs out?
Well, the party was nice, the party was pumping.
Hey, yeah, B.I.O.
And everybody having a ball.
Hey, hey, B.I.O.
Until the fellas started name calling.
B.I.O.
And the girls respond to the call. I have a poor one shout out.
Who let the dogs out? Who let the dogs out? Who let the dogs out?
Thanks, Lena and Mrs. Piper.
Dang, that Doge is cute. Next up, we have Vivian with Leadership.
Hi, this is Vivi with Leadership. Last month, we wrapped up November with the skill of connection. Let's head around the building to talk to students who did a great job in November showing this skill.
I let people join my game. I listen when the teacher's talking. I'm a good listener.
How do you guys show connection?
I listen to my teacher. I sit next to somebody at lunch when they don't have a friend to sit. I give someone a friend.
When people ask to play a game, I say yes.
By listening to people. If you have the same water bottle as someone else, listen to them. By listening to people and by being a leader.
How do you show the leadership skill of connection?
Having respect for everyone. I use active listening to my teachers. I think about my friend's perspective and point of view.
November was a great month on focusing on connection. It was so nice to talk to some of the leaders in our building. Today we're going to kick off December with our new skill. Our skill this month is regulation. Regulation means the ability to recognize or manage one's thoughts, emotions, and behaviors in different situations in order to accomplish personal and collective goals. How do you regulate yourself? If you have an idea to share, take out a Post-it note and jot it down. Make sure to put your name and your teacher's name. We'll pick a few to share next week on WPTE. Now back to the studio with Easton and Jack.
Thanks, Vivian. I had fun hearing from all our student leaders.
Next up is Teacher Feature.
Hello, Prairie Trace Hawks. Today I will be interviewing one of our third grade teachers, Miss Green.
Hi guys, thanks for interviewing me today.
Thank you for coming.
Of course, happy to be here.
Now, ironically, the first question is, what's your favorite color?
Well, you know, it just seems like a missed opportunity if I say anything but green, and green is one of my favorite colors, but blue's is a good second choice.
Yeah, I like both of those too. What's your favorite subject to teach and why?
So for a long time I taught first grade, and I loved teaching reading when I taught first grade. I thought it was so fun, but now as a third grade teacher, I think I'm switching it, and I love teaching math now, which is so crazy to me because I loved reading for so much longer.
Yeah, I like math, but I think my favorite subject is recess.
Ah, that's a good point.
Up next is, what's your favorite genre of books, and what is your favorite book?
So I like two genres a lot. I like fantasy, like I love some dragons, you know, mythological creatures, but I also love a good cozy romance read. But my favorite book when I was your guys' age was probably Harry Potter or the Lightning Thief series. Those were both some of my favorites when I was younger.
Yeah, I like Percy Jackson a lot.
Yeah.
I think I've read Harry Potter.
Yeah.
Well, one. I'll read it more.
You read some.
Finally, if you weren't a teacher, what would your job be?
Okay, this is a tough question. I love teaching. I'm kind of between two. One would be to be a baker. I love to bake and make sweet treats for friends, and that's really fun, but also being an event planner I think would be so fun because I love hosting parties. I think they're fun to plan, make fun themes, have people wear fun costumes, all that good stuff. And you might have seen me and Miss Van Treese wear some costumes over the years.
What do you think you would bake?
What would I bake? I love to make cakes and cookies, so it'd probably be those two things mostly.
Cool. I like cakes and cookies a lot.
Yeah, they're pretty tasty.
Thank you for taking your time to be with me today.
Of course. Thanks for having me.
And thank you for watching this edition of Teacher Future. Before we head back to the studio with Jack and Easton, let's see some pictures of Miss Green.
Good morning, Prairie Trace Hawks. This is Sarah from Mrs. Davis's class, and I'm here with this week's edition of the ST Puzzle. Before we start, let me remind you of the rules. I will give you 5 clues about the puzzle, and if you think you know it, write it down on a Post-it note and give it to your teacher. Now, how many noodles do you think are in this jar? The first clue is, the answer is less than 100 and is part of this pattern. 7, 13, 19, 25. Our second clue is, the answer does not include the digit 6. Here's your third clue. The answer includes the digit 7. Here's the fourth clue. The answer is not equal to 146 halves. Now here's your last clue. The answer is not equal to 194 halves. Now, make your final guess. Here's your answer, 37 noodles. Now back to the studio with Easton and Jack.
Last week, our amazing PTO hosted a Grand Friends Day. Let's take a look at all the fun everyone had. Wow, thank you PTO for hosting such a fun event.
We will end with the national anthem, leadership pledge, and a moment of silence. Thanks for tuning in, and we'll see you on the prairie.
Whose bright stripes and
I pledge as a Prairie Trace elementary leader to have a positive attitude each day. I will make good choices even when no one is looking. I will demonstrate leadership skills to make myself and my school an amazing